friends, with the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, I've seen a lot of people talk about famous suffragists, from Susan B. Anthony to Sojourner Truth. So many people have worked to ensure that everyone has the right to vote. And so many people are still working to ensure that everyone has the right to vote. Today, though, I wanted to focus on the only woman to attend the Seneca Falls Convention, sign the Declaration of Sentiments, and live long enough to see the 19th Amendment become a part of the U.S. Constitution, Charlotte Woodward Pierce. Born in Waterloo, New York in 1829, Charlotte Woodward would work as a school teacher and then as an independent seamstress. When Charlotte was 19, she heard about the Seneca Falls Convention. There was minimal advertising for the convention, but she most likely read the advertisement placed in the Seneca County Courier, which described the event as a convention to discuss the social, civil, and religious condition of the rights of women. So Charlotte went on a road trip, traveling by wagon to Seneca Falls with 6 of her friends. Like most of the other 300 attendees, Charlotte was relatively local. Charlotte Woodward Pierce would become one of the 100 to sign the Declaration of Sentiments, which famously states that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal. As Charlotte Woodward Pierce would not marry for some time, you can find her name on the document as Charlotte Woodward. When the Declaration of Sentiments was made public, many signers withdrew their names after intense ridicule and criticism. Pierce wasn't among them. She kept her name on the document and stood by her convictions. She stayed politically active and continued to fight for her right to vote. She joined the American Women's Suffrage Association, was active in the Association for the Advancement of Women, and became acquainted with other suffragists like Susan B. Anthony. Slowly but surely, white women had their right to vote be acknowledged by our country. An idea to form a national women's party became popular among suffragists who had been working on this issue for so long. Charlotte Woodward Pierce publicly disapproved of the creation of the National Women's Party, expressing her belief that women should join existing political parties instead of consolidating their votes in a new party. Despite that, she did send a trowel to the National Women's Party to help place the cornerstone of the party's headquarters in Washington. The trowel read, "In memory of the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848, presented by its sole survivor, Mrs. Charlotte L. Pierce, in thanksgiving for progress made by women and in honor of the National Women's Party, which will carry on the struggle so bravely begun." Charlotte Woodward Pierce was nearing the end of her life when she had done that. And she lived a long, good life. She attended the Seneca Falls Convention, lived through the Civil War, the temperance movement, and the passage of the 19th Amendment. Unfortunately, though, she never got to vote. In 1920, at the age of 91, her deteriorating health kept her from exercising her right to vote. She fought so hard for her entire life for the right to vote. But unfortunately, during the election of 1920, she was bedridden and going blind. She died just 1 year later and joined the many deceased suffragists who would never get to practice the rights that they fought so hard for. I believe she belongs on our list of 1,000 great women. And we can continue her fight to make sure everyone can exercise their right to vote. Even though the 2020 presidential election is over, there's still more work to do. Most urgently, there's going to be 2 Senate runoff elections happening in Georgia on January 5th, 2021. The deadline to register to vote in this upcoming election is December 7th, 2020. If you want to help people exercise their right to vote, you can go to fairfight.com to get involved. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please go get involved and help people participate in our democracy. And if you want to see more from me, you can subscribe, watch another video of mine, or support me on Patreon. And hey, I love you.